Welcome everybody back to the Create mod, and today we are looking at a basic crop farm. As you can see, I've got two easy designs here behind me. So let's start with the easiest one to do. Okay, so you've got your harvesters collecting your crops, as you can see over there, and then it just gets deposited into your storage. Simple as that. And you can see it goes in and then all gets harvested into that, and that just keeps turning. So you see you've got a mechanical bearing here at the bottom which turns your machine, and then obviously just connect your power source over there. And this one basically doesn't need any power, it powers itself. So you've got a rail system also with your storage, except obviously using the minecart system over there. And I added a nice little power switch here, so you can switch this thing off with you see the redstone link, and switch it on again. So if you've got, let's say you've got a big building somewhere down there, well, let's do this. Let's say here's your building, and you've got all your farms all the way here lined up outside. You can have all your redstone links and your controls inside your building, and then switch your farms on as you need it. So you don't have to worry about coming to the farm and switching it on and off. Now this one is the easiest one to build. This one's a little bit more advanced, but they both do the same thing. Now you might be asking now, but now what do you do? Let's switch that off for long. What do you do if you got a crop farm that needs water? Now that's the easy thing to resolve. You can add the water on the sides. You can just do something like this, add water on the sides, or you can just add a little water source somewhere in the center there, and you just take out 1 or 2 blocks. It's all depending, that's up to you. So let's do a quick little build of this one. This is the easiest one and the most basic thing to do. The only difference is you obviously need a power source. So let's start with our dirt, and I'm going to do the one with wheat so that you can see what I'm going to go about it. So I'll suggest building it obviously off the floor. Makes it easier to control what you need to do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those out. You can take that out, and then I'll just like to put that over there. Okay, so now obviously depending on the direction you want to do this in and how big. Now this you can adjust. You can make this thing big. You can go out big. You can make a huge thing that turns exactly like that. But obviously you want to keep this simple for starters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out there. And you want to add your harvester like that. Okay, we can do one like that as well. Now, for this part here with the collection, I usually like to make this a little bit separate. If you look at this piece over here, you see this section is past the farm. Now you can add this to that, move it up 1 block, but I like to bring it out a little bit extra. So let's say we do that. Okay, that is going to be your storage. So let's take where is my thing there? Get that. Okay, so here you just add on a funnel. You can put a storage, and that's it. Automatically when that stops, that will drop it into your storage over there. Let's first add our dirt. Okay, so we want dirt or grass, whatever the case may be. Okay, and obviously you don't need it there because that's going to be the edge of it. Okay, so now we're going out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks there to cover that one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And you can close this up. Now, you always need to keep one block open there at least, so you've got access to the, what do you call it, the bearing. The mechanical bearing to switch it on and off. Otherwise, you can't switch it on and off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. That's now 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all you're going to do is fold this in until you got this shape. So that machine will run over the edge of this. Okay. So just add that like so. And then we go this side. Something's missing here. I did something wrong. I think I did. Why does this thing look so strange now all of a sudden? Where did I... Oh, yeah. No, man. I'm miscalculating here somewhere now. The center is... There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here. How did I count now? Did I go out too many rows or something? No, that's right. It's supposed to be like that. Yes. See, when you work with funny shapes and all of a sudden you're doing something wrong here. Okay, well, we'll leave it like that. It's fine. You just adjust it according to what you need. Okay, now we need to obviously glue this together. So you're going to make sure that you've got glue. And we need to have a storage on here, so you can add a single chest or a double chest. So we're going to glue that to that. Glue that onto that. That needs to get glued there, and then we want to glue this onto that. Now the mechanical bearing has already got slime on it, so you don't have to glue anything onto that. Now if we switch this on, let's quickly get this out of the way. Okay, so we switch that on. Would help if I actually had power onto it, wouldn't it? Okay, then we drop that to 5. It should be fast. Let's see, is this going in the right direction? Yes, it is. Okay. Now you can see now that's going all along that edge. So that we actually don't need. Take that out. Okay, now we've got the right shape. So obviously you just adjust your crop plane according to how big your machine is. So now you'll see that goes around and automatically will dump that in there. Now, obviously the first thing we want to do, let's switch that off first, is plant our crops. But we need a water supply. So, easy enough. To make it look a bit nicer, you can add some blocks obviously around your edging over here, or whichever way you want to do it. You could build a giant silo thing around there. It's all up to you. Or you have a whole bunch of these in a big warehouse. And you can obviously build this on the ground as well. So you're just going to have to sync your power supply or whatever you want to use to activate it. And your storage, you might want to move to a separate building. So you could have belts. For instance, let's say you... how would I do this now? Well, let's say you take this away here, and you got a belt system. Well, let's say this is underground, running your underground or wherever. Okay, you could drop your crops there, and it all goes to a single storage. The possibilities are endless, basically. Okay, so let's take this out. Let's take that back in the meantime. Okay, now for water, we want to add water onto here. Now you could add in two water areas. So let's say I want to add a water into that. So I go there and just add a block there and then add a block there. So you can take that out and take that out and just add in your water as you need and do that. Now we can plant everything. There we go, and then just plant that out. Again. Now obviously the only thing that's going to happen is every time you stop this machine, it's going to change obviously your ground there. So what you're going to have to do is then obviously just change it back if you want to. Otherwise you're going to make sure that you stop this exactly on the same spot every time, so that can not affect all your crops. So now we can do this up. That's going to harvest. And then it should stop there, and then whoop, and then there you go. That's going to dump that in. But now the only thing is, the problem with this type of crop, you get seeds as well. So this is where things get now a little bit more complicated. So now depending obviously now where you're sending your crops to. So let's say we added that to that. Now it can catch all the crops, whatever's coming through. Okay, so let's quickly add some more crops in here. Now you'll see that machine goes around, it takes the wheat and it leaves the seeds. Okay. Oops. It's going to harvest the grass as well. See, now you got a whole bunch of different things. So we've got 3 different items coming in here. Now that makes it a little bit more difficult with this type of crop where you got seeds and you got a plant, like your beetroot and things like that. Like things like carrots you don't have to worry about, because carrots is just, it's one item. So you're going to have to get a little bit creative and add on extra supplies. So you can do something like this and add a chest going to a filter. So let's say we take a where's my other thing? I take that and that over there. So we've got wheat, we've got that. Okay, the seeds you can leave in there. So let's say we add in that, do that, and that. And I think you need power for this. That's the only thing that you're going to do. So you can try and do a belt system to draw this off. Or, if you like, let me quickly get the other one. Get this. So you can add in oopsie, a filter with that and that. And then do the same there with that, and we add that on like that. So now if you add in your items, it will filter out immediately if you use the smart shoot thing over there. So that's all depending on to where you want to store it, into a big building or wherever the case may be. But this is the easiest way to do it. Now let's see, you've got let's get our come now, wait when it does that. Beetroot. Okay, so you've got beetroot, it does the same thing. And your carrots. But now carrots doesn't have any other seeds. So let's say we do that. Come on, machine. Okay, there's the beetroot. Okay, so there's the carrots. And there you can see your carrots go in. And then you should see the beetroot. Come on. Okay, and there's got that as well. I picked up the beetroot very quick. With the seeds as well. So you could technically have a whole bunch of different crops on one of these. Or have one big circle, like 20, 30 blocks in diameter, with all different crops on it. So it's entirely up to you. The same applies to this. You can have different crops on here, but you're going to need to adjust your storage to use it over there. Okay, well, that is it, guys. Quick and simple. It's easy to build, doesn't use too many materials. You can see it's basically just your what do you call this thing now again? Portable storage. You need like a funnel or a chute or hopper, whatever the case may be. And then obviously your mechanical harvester and super glue to make this thing. So it's not too difficult. Okay, well, there we go. Quick and simple tutorial. Easy to build. I will see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.